Have you ever prayed but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. No prayer too small. God hears them all.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I'm going to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in the coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, it won't budge. The enormous weight upon the lid is preventing that lid from opening. You try banging on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt, and maybe somebody will notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to feel at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are probably people standing right near your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitual abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were trying to kick an addiction, or you tried to yell out for help, that nobody heard you and you need to scream out louder? Don't be like the person that I'm reading about on these cards that waited until it was too late. Instead, reach out to me, 844-4005-HELP. I promise I will help you take your life back, my friends, before your life is gone. People like Larry Geist from the Geist Academy at 516-458-2741, 516-458-2741. Larry Geist and I tell folks like you, it doesn't matter where you came from, it doesn't matter where you've been. What matters most is that you're here looking for a better today and a brighter tomorrow. You can find Larry at www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy, 516-458-2741. Folks, take your slippers off at night. Stick them under your bed. That way in the morning when you get up, you can go on your knees and retrieve those slippers. Look under your bed and there they are. Retrieve them while you're on your knees. Pray to God. I call it knee-mail, K-N-E-E mail. Knee-mail consists of asking God for guidance and direction, asking God for forgiveness and mercy, asking God to give you the blessings that you so deservingly get each and every day, and thank Him for that. Thank God for a house, a home, clothing, husband, wife, children, grandchildren. Thank God each and every day through knee-mail. Then when you're done, put those slippers on, stand straight up, and walk with God 24/7. Excuse me, hold on 1 second here. Let's go back to this. Here we go. And walk with God 24/7. Folks, 4 reasons to hold on a little longer. Listen to the mustn't, the childs. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibilities, the won'ts. Listen to never haves. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. If you feel like you're at the end of your rope with a little slack left behind little slack left to hold on to, realize your mind isn't lying to you. It has imprisoned you by reciting self-defeating stories in your head. Stories about your mistakes, what you should have done differently, and so forth. Your mind has built a mental cell out of negative thoughts, and you've begun to believe that you actually are living within that. But, my friend, you're not. You are alive in the immense world with infinite destinations. Take a moment to remind yourself of this fact each and every day. Go outside, look up at the sky and the clouds, or even the stars. This is the world in which you really live. Breathe in it, then look at your current situation again and reanalyze. Remember that adversity is the first path to all truth. Your defeats often serve as well as your victories. To shake your spirit, let out your glory. Do this each and every day. You just have to hold on tight. Embrace the daily pain and burn it as fuel on your journey. Here are 4 things to consider before you let go of your rope and give up on yourself. Number 1 is you are growing from your struggles. Life can be a struggle. It will break you sometimes. Nobody can protect you from that. And hiding alone in a cave somewhere will not protect you either. For a prolonged solitude will also break you with the endless thirst for connection. You must dare to love. You must dare to feel. It is the reason you're here on earth. You are here to sacrifice your time and risk your heart. You're here to be bruised by life. And when it happens that you are hurt or betrayed or rejected, let yourself sit quietly with your eyes closed and remember the good times you had and all the sweetness you tasted and everything you've learned. Tell yourself how amazing it was to live, and then open your eyes and continue living some more. To never struggle would be to never have been blessed with life itself. It is within the depths of darkness that you discover within you an indistinguishable light, and it is the light that illuminates the way forward. This process, my friend, is something Angel, this girl that I read about, and another person discussed in adversity. There was a book written by that, and I'll give you the name of the book in another episode. Number 2, your heart still burns with love. Adversity is like walking into a turbulent windstorm. As you fight to push through it, you not only gain strength, but it tears away at you all but the essential parts of you that cannot be torn away. Once you come out of that storm, you will see yourself as you really are in raw form, still holding the passions and ideas that move you forward, and nobody and nothing stops you. Ultimately, there's only one way you want what is and what happens. When you don't get what you want, There is only grabbing on and holding tight to the passion and the ideas that move you. These are lusts that matter, the inner love that defines you. It is this kind of love that drives you forward, and even when going gets tough, it is this kind of love that should never be dropped. Number 3, you are not crazy. You're just a little stressed out, my friends. Sometimes when the going gets tough, the world seems like it's spinning too fast and you're completely out of control. It seems like you're losing your mind, I should say, and going crazy, but you're not. You need to pause and take a deep breath. Just about every emotional issue imaginable, from the fear to anxiety to onset depression, is triggered by a mounting buildup of stress. Stress impedes your ability to think straight and see the world as it is, as the world that is not spinning too fast or burning to the ground. Being extremely stressed out and feeling overwhelmed is not a sign that you are psychotic or going crazy. It's just that stressful experience that makes it harder to think clearly and can make you think that you're out of control, but you're actually not. The craziness you feel is stress. It's not time to give up. It's time to regroup. Hold on tight to your sanity. The more you relax, the saner you will feel. Ask yourself, am I working too much with not enough downtime? Am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating healthy, balanced meals? Am I spending enough time with those I care about most? Am I involved in relationships that cause me excessive stress? Am I drinking too much alcohol or relying on other non-prescribed or even prescribed drugs? Am I constantly worried about some other time and place? If you're experiencing any of the above issues, you know what you need to address to reduce your stress. The vast majority of us never go crazy, but the other majority of us simply fear at some point that we may be going crazy based on stress factors we allow to reside in our present life situation. So make sure you find your time meaningful and make those meaningful activities. Get enough sleep, eat well, manage your stress so it doesn't manage you in the long run. Number 4, you have something special to offer to this world. You are only destined to become one person, the person you decide to be. Do not let your own negativity walk all over you with its dirty feet. You will feel a unique gift burning inside you that you would want to offer the world to help move it in the right direction. It may be covered up by years of waiting, doubting, and maybe even defeat, but it's present and as bright as ever. If you look deeply enough, you'll find it. There is a capable person inside you that wants to soar, to create, to build, to love, to inspire, to do far more than just exist. Your everyday chores and tasks can be a prison or a pathway. It all depends on you. No matter how far down you think you've traveled, there is always a road leading to higher ground. There are always great possibilities in front of you because you are always able to take small steps forward. Stay true to yourself. Hold to your true values and passions. Never be ashamed of doing what feels right. Decide what you think is right and step in that direction right now. Here are some afterthoughts. Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like giving up? There's no shame in it. You're not a robot. And if you were, you'd still need to stop for maintenance every once in a while. There is no shame in admitting to yourself that you feel tired, doubtful, and low. There is a natural part of being human. The simple fact is that you're aware of this means that you're able to turn things around. So let it be now. Let it be your turn. What helps you hold on to your hope and determination when times get tough. Leave me a message by calling me at 844-405-HELP and share your thoughts with me. Call me, 844-405-HELPS. Hold on for another day. Hold on, a firm grip. Do what makes you feel good. And remember, put those slippers on. But before you do, speak to God, walk with God, and may God bless you.
Have you ever prayed but never was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone? But in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have a ready few, will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember,